All right. So, um, this is the beginning of the training. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
All right, great. So the idea is, the first few classes basically to give you an introduction to the real estate clients acquisition system, so they can get a big picture before we now go into the uh technical aspects, which is the Facebook ads and all that. So first of all, you have to understand this basic, I call it the basic of marketing as pertaining real estate. So before we start going into the whole Facebook ads and every other technical aspect, it's good to understand the basics of marketing, because um, it's possible for someone to know the technical aspect of running Facebook ads, everything, but when it comes to doing it for real estate, they may not be able to get good results. So that's the reason why this particular class is important. So you're welcome. So we're looking at understanding the real estate client acquisition system. So basically, real estate marketing focuses on four key audiences, which is the investors, the wealth protectors, the individuals looking for housing, and then Nigerians in diaspora. So those are the
Wait, can you
four.
repeat it, please?
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, but it's small.
Okay, small. Okay, right. So I said investors, the four key
Okay.
target audiences, the four people that your audience. You must always know your audience before
Mm.
you're able to sell. If you don't know who you're selling to, you can't sell. So the four people you're targeting, right, is investors, wealth protectors, individuals looking for housing, Nigerians in diaspora. Those are the four target audiences. The reason why it's important to know these four target audiences is because your marketing needs to speak to somebody. And if you don't know who you're talking to, you won't know what to say to them. And the reason why, let's say, an investor wants to buy is different from the reason why an individual looking for housing will want to buy. And one thing you must always know is that people buy for their own reasons, not your own reasons. So it's not your job to try and convince people, right, to do what you want them to do. No, it's your job to present a solution to what they're already looking for, or to what is a concern or a desire that they have. All right. So that's the best way to do your marketing, as we will see, going forward in this training. Right. So that's why it's important to know who you're talking. So you can present your solution or present your offer as a solution to what they are looking for. So that's one thing you must always put in the back of your mind, that marketing is and must be tailored to the audience or to the person you are talking to, not to your offer. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So then targeting individuals with financial means and interest ensures effective marketing. So basically, the main idea of some of the things we'll be learning today is to know that you must target people with financial means. You're not trying to sell to people that don't have money or that are broke or something. Your job is to sell to people that actually have the means to buy what you're selling. Okay, so your target is not just in the Facebook ads or in the what's the next hack to target, pinpoints rich people. No, your targeting starts from your messaging, number one, right? Because
Mm.
sometimes Facebook might not even consider all your technical targets and all those things. Sometimes Facebook just or sometimes you can just go with the strategy of what we call open targeting, and then you let uh your copy, right, or what you say in the video make whoever you want to make listen stop. So after you have run that ad for a while, maybe 1 day, 2 days, and then Facebook sees that these are the kind of people that are stopping to watch your ad to the end, right? Then Facebook will now show your ad to those kind of people more. So that's what we call open targeting. For instance, you say something like, "Are you an investor, or are you looking to invest in real estate, or are you wondering if investing in real estate is right for you?" You get, here are 5 reasons why you should be investing in real estate right now. Okay, so and then you not answer a question in their hearts, right? And then they come to your DM or they just scroll on, but you can then retarget those people that watched those videos with an offer, right? Another time. Okay. So the major aim of today's class is not just to just tell you, oh, do this, do this, do this. No. Even though I'm going to tell you step by step what to do, but first of all, I want you to be able to understand the big picture of market so you can freestyle it, for whatever kind of offer you want to promote. So um so that's the big idea. So now one of the reasons why you should be able to uh target properly, not just with the I mean, not just from the Facebook ads itself or from the technical aspect of targeting, when you say, oh, target people interested in luxury, target people interested in frequent international travels, all those interests, those are important, right? But sometimes, in fact, what is even more important is what you say. I'm just repeating myself so you remember. What's even more important is what you say in the ad, in the video, or the copy, right? If you're calling out the right audience, are you calling out the right audience? Because now Facebook AI or Facebook algorithm, right, is now much more better than before. So people are even now seeing more results when they allow Facebook algorithm to target for them than when they do all the whole when they just follow, maybe these are the interests that is working right now, right? So Facebook is showing us that when your ad copy, your video is able to make certain people to stop and pay attention, Facebook will decide that, oh, let me show more of these people since they are paying attention. So that's a strategy that is called zero targeting or open targeting, right? So look into that in more details as we go on. So uh so now before I continue, let me just say this. The two major ways to target, right, is when you target from the Facebook audience, when you choose specific interest, right? And the second way to target is when you do zero targeting and then you let your copy, right, or your video call out those that you want to pay attention, right? And then you allow Facebook to show more of those kind of people, show more of those kind of people your ad, since they are the ones that are responding to your ad. Okay, so I hope that is clear.
Yes.
All right, great. So, all these things are important so you don't waste your money and you don't waste your time, right? So it's part of what we call audience qualification. So you have to qualify your audience, for them to go to the next step in your sales funnel. Okay. So basically, this class is to explore different strategies to reach financially capable property buyers. Let's move on. So, what is audience qualification? So that's basically where you are able to accurately select the people you prefer to do business with. So I've given you some of the ways you can select the people you do business with. So you can narrow down the people that go
Audience
through your funnel.
qualification, right?
Yes, audience qualification. Yeah. So you're basically targeting people with financial means and people that have genuine interest in real estate. So like I said before, there are 4 sets of people that are in your target audience, right? There's the investor, there's the wealth protector, there's the individual looking for housing, and then there are Nigerians in diaspora. These are the 4 sets of people in your audience that you can either create content for or you create ads to target, right? So now I know sometimes everybody wants to just run Facebook ads and target, but one of the things that make people to trust you, right, and to do business with you is when they feel like you understand their problem. So you can either do that from the advert itself, right? Where you show them that you understand the problem they are facing, or you do it from your content. So when they check out your page or check out, maybe if you're giving them a freebie, or they check out your WhatsApp status or check out your Instagram page, right? Let's just show that you understand the problem that they're facing. Let's it not be that 80% or 90% of your content is just about properties that are available, right? It's important to post the properties that you have, right? But it's also important to build authority and build trust, right? By answering the questions. Maybe you have noticed that they always ask you these types of questions every time they come to your DM. So when they come to your page and they see that you already have answered these questions, trust have increased, right? You have increased their trust level for you has increased, more than before. So they're more likely to go ahead with you. So these are some other things you can do outside just the Facebook ad itself. So even in the Facebook ad, it's not just all about the property. That's why I first started with saying that you can run an ad, right? What we call an awareness ad, so that you can now retarget people that watch that video, or you can retarget people that uh, interacted with a particular post or particular content, right? So video ads are one of the best types of ads you can do, because you have a chance to say more things, than just maybe a picture or a graphics. So that's that. So like I said, each of these group of people have different
Sorry,
motivations.
please, I want to ask. Will you send me this slide?
Yes, I will. That's why I'm recording
Okay.
it. All right. So each of these group of people have distinct or different motivations and potentials, for business. So there are different reasons why they do business with you, basically. So it's your job to know what are the different reasons that they will do business with you. And thank God we have things like Chat GPT or Google Bard. You can just easily ask, what are the reasons why, for instance, an investor will want to buy this my property? You get, so that when you know those reasons why they will buy, you can either use it to create content, or you can use it to run an ad. So you're starting from where they are at and what they're looking for before you now tell them what you have. So these are the things that many realtors are not doing, right? So they are further limiting the people that can do business with them, because at every given point in time there are very very few people who can buy, or who are looking for what you have, for any product at all. There are very few who are looking for what you have. Now, how much more real estate? You know that, oh, many people are not looking to buy a property right now. So if everybody's just telling people this is what I have, come and buy, it means that people are competing for that very small amount of customers. So for you to expand your reach, for you to have more people to do business with you, you should be able to reach people that are not currently looking for something in particular, but they are able and they are capable of buying. So what you do is that um you are trying to target people who know they have a problem, right? But they're not currently looking for a solution, or they don't know which solution to look for, right? So that's one way to go about it. Okay. So now you can also target that um mm, tiny group of people that already know a solution and looking for that solution, but you can target them. But you should know that there is much more competition there, so it's better you also expand and target people who know they have a problem, right? For instance, an investor knows that, oh, I need to invest, but I don't know what to invest in. I don't know if I should invest in real estate. I don't know which real estate or which property to invest in, right? Or for instance, now you want to reach someone looking for housing, right? But you don't know they don't know why they should choose a particular area, or why they should buy a particular property. Okay, so that that particular audience now, individual looking for housing, many of them are already they already have a solution they're looking for. So if you know you're promoting something like that, you can just target them with the solution that you have, but you are leading with what they are looking for, or the desires. We'll look into these things deeper as we go further. but I just want to lay a foundation. So always remember, lead with what they want, lead with their desires. Get Always ask yourself, what does this person really want, and why do they want it? That should be what is the major things in your marketing. Not just that this is what I have, this is what I have, right? So let's continue. So now let's go a little bit deeper into the investor and why the investor will do business with you. So investors put money in real estate for high returns. They basically want to make their money back, right? Maybe they want to buy a property and sell it off later, or someone wants to buy it, buy a house for rental income. So your job is to know what's their motive, and then what you should be always pushing are how they can satisfy their motives, right? How their desires can be met, how their pain can be. If they have certain pain, certain things that annoys them, certain problem they are facing, you should always lead with the fact that you have an answer to the problem that they're facing, or you can help them achieve their hopes, their dreams, or their desires. So, some other investors invest because of future appreciation and all those things. So, your job is to present lucrative opportunities to attract them, to attract their money, to attract them, get them to invest. Just show them this is a lucrative opportunity, right? But of course, lead. Don't forget, always lead from their point of view, not from your own. Um, not it's not about you or your offer. It's about them and what they want. Your job is not to convince them that your offer is best, right? Your job is to convince them that you have an answer to the problem that they are facing. Okay, so let's continue. So some of the things that investors do, they buy properties nationwide for rental, some purchase land to sell at a higher price later. So your job basically is to highlight and make it very clear and simple the benefits of investing in real estate. So now let me say this thing. Sometimes some realtors feel like, oh, they have to be complicated, say use big English to appeal to wealthy people or something. But that's not true. So everybody always wants things to be simple. People want to understand what you're saying, right? I've tested it, and many other marketers will tell you that marketers know what they're doing. Marketers know what they're doing. They will tell you that the ads that do the best, or the marketing campaigns that do the best, are the ones that are very, very simple. What I mean by that is that your language will be very simple to understand. Don't use grammar that they have to go and check Google to know what you're talking about, right? Don't assume that they know what you're talking about. Always assume that they are they are they don't know this thing. So explain as we are explaining to a child, right? So when you're creating your content, try not to use big English. If you're going to use big English, you will now say which means that. Always make it simple to understand. That way you see more results. People that actually your target audience are less likely to ignore what you said, or less likely to ignore your ads, because they understand what you're saying. Somebody that's creating on Facebook will not say, let me go and check Google to know what this ad is trying to say. Nobody's going to do that, right? So you want to be simple and clear in your language, right? So let's continue. So the next audience is wealth protectors. So these are wealthy individuals that are buying properties to safeguard their wealth. So the idea is that they want to safeguard their wealth. They're not trying to make their money back in 2 years, 3 years. They're already wealthy, right? So they want to protect their wealth. So some people here, maybe politicians, business people, they want to invest their money maybe for their children, their generations, and all that. So they're more into long-term investments for generational wealth. So your job is to offer deals that protect and benefit their wealth. So their motive is different from that of the investor. So some of the characteristics of wealth protectors is that they already possess substantial wealth and properties. They want to purchase additional properties to secure their future generations. So your job is to emphasize the importance of investment and generational wealth. So if you know that particular property you want to promote is it appeals more to people that want to invest long term. So those are the people that you target your marketing to, right? So you must always know who is the best audience for this particular offer, right? Who is the best audience? So you know how to um construct your messaging. Very important. So let's move on. So this is the next group of people in your audience, which is individuals looking for housing. Individuals looking for housing. So these are actually the largest, this is the widest category of people that you do business with. So but then you have to segment this audience because there are different types of property. There are properties that appeals to the mass public. So you know this one, most people can afford this one. Then this one, you know, oh, this one is luxury, this one is high end, right? So depending on the property, your language and your targets will change, right? You know, if you know you're promoting something that is luxury, you know you need to communicate in a way that someone that is into luxury would be able to resonate with you. Now, oh, okay, this is for me, right? So if you know this one is people that are mid-income earners, you know that's okay. You're communicating this offer in a way that appeals to somebody that is a mid-income earner. Very important. So that's what I mean by segment based on budget. Right? So the way you segment it is by um according to the price range of the property. So you know if you're so don't go and target people that are very wealthy and the property you're promoting is not something that is for them, right? Because this particular property is for individuals looking for housing. Okay. So remember the aim of today's class is to get you to understand why people buy real estate, why people do business with realtors, who your audience are and why they buy, so that you can always come up with good marketing campaigns and good uh messaging that can resonate with who you actually want it to resonate to. Okay. So another reason why I'm teaching you all these things is so that even if you're not going to use Facebook ads, you want to use YouTube ads, you want to use you want to create TikTok content, whatever type of content you want to create, it will still work because you know the reason why people buy and what they are looking for. So for instance, Facebook ads is just an amplifier, right? But if the thing you're amplifying is not good enough, then you're just amplifying the same thing that they're not going to respond to. So very important. So let's move on. I hope it's clear.
Yeah.
Right, great. So let's continue. Individuals looking for housing. So like I said, you differentiate between those that have high budget and those with medium budgets. Notice I didn't say anything about low budgets because I believe most of the offers in real estate is not for people with low budgets. So um you know that most of the time your targets people with either high budgets or medium budgets. So and then I said offer various options to cater to different financial capabilities. And then your messaging should change depending on the target audience's financial capability. Okay. So I've already told you that it's important to understand the specific need of and budget of that particular audience you want to sell a particular property to. So when you understand their needs and their budgets, then your your message can be more compelling because it appeals to them. It is what they are looking for. Okay, let's continue. Now the next audience is Nigerians in diaspora. These are basically Nigerian expatriates or Nigerians living in maybe the UK, US, wherever. And they are Nigerian expatriates basically. But they're interested in buying properties in Nigeria. So your job is to overcome skepticism, by showing them that your solutions are trustworthy. So to sell this to kind of people, you must be able to build trust very well, either with your contents or either with your offers or either by showing that this company is has all the credentials and everything, so they can be able to trust you. Because one of the reasons why they will rather do business with a real estate company than telling their Nigerian relatives to build for them is because of trust. I've probably heard stories about how people sent money to their relatives but they never built the house and all that. So they don't want to deal with all that. So they rather just work with a real estate company and get any of their packages that appeals to them. So they need reasons why they should trust you. So that's something you must be intentional about. So you should also know their motivations to investing in Nigeria. So for instance, some of the motivation is that they probably want to retire back to Nigeria, so they need a place to live, when they come back to Nigeria, or they maybe because of the exchange rates, it favors them more. So they rather just invest in Nigeria and maybe get rental income as additional source of income, or they can send the money to their relatives in Nigeria. So the reason why you should know all these things is so that you can use this in your messaging. Because for somebody to buy anything at all, including real estate, the person actually has to be emotionally invested. The person has to be emotionally
Mm.
invested. When somebody is emotionally invested, then they'll not open their mind to the logic behind why this offer is good. Of course, nobody buys something as expensive as real estate without the logic making sense, right? But before somebody now chooses to justify it with logic, they already made the emotional decision to go ahead. Is it clear?
Yes.
All right, great. So, like I said, some of the reasons why they would invest in your properties in Nigeria is because of the favorable exchange rate. Your background is a bit noisy. Can you maybe mute your microphone now?
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, then the plans for permanent relocation or retirement, and then renting out properties to family members. So these are some of the reasons why they want to invest, right? So your job is to showcase the potential benefit or showcase the benefits of investing in Nigerian properties. Okay. So now audience segmentation. So I've already explained a little about audience segmentation at the beginning of today's class, but let me just go into it here again. So basically, you're filtering out potential clients from those who are not interested or those who are not your target audience. So here I gave 5 levels, right? Where they see the ad, they click on the ad, they see your ad, they read the ad copy, or they read the landing page copy, and they click to the booking button if you're using a lead generation form or you're using a booking form on your landing page, right? And then they submit. So basically, if they go through each step, it means that they are your target audience. So all these things there are certain things that have been put there to filter them out so that you don't get people who are not actually not able to buy, into your space. So the copy number one speaks to the people you need to speak to. So that those that know that this is not for them from the beginning, they know that this is not for me. And they move on. Okay. So that's just basically one of the ways you filter out with your messaging, you filter out people who are interested from those who are not interested. Okay, so basically those who come into your DM or those who fill your form are those that have genuine interest and the money to buy or invest in what you are promoting. Okay, so basically everything we're talking about since is because you need to segment your audience, right? Hope by now it's clear. Okay, so when you're focusing on marketing on people with higher potential for conversion, either people who need, like, who are in pain or who have a desire for what you are promoting. Okay, and then basically doing this, you are minimizing so you don't waste your time or waste your money on leads that are not the best quality. Okay, so let's move on. So now let's go into the subsection called the audience targeting blueprint. So now basically your persona, I made it very simple so you don't need to rack your brain so much, but it's still good to understand all these terms and all these things. So in case you want to freestyle it or do it your own way, it's good. There's no hard and fast rule to all these things. But once you understand the basics, you can basically do it any way that you feel it's best. But when you understand the basics of real estate marketing, emphasis on marketing. Okay. So you consider to develop your persona. Your persona simply means who you want to sell at a particular point in time, just details about them, right? So you need to know their occupation. What job do they do? Are they business people? Are they politicians? Are they engineers? Are they doctors? Right? What are their spending habits? What's their lifestyle? So that you can know the interests to target or the words to use, right? Or mostly the interests to target. Remember, I said before at the beginning of this class that targeting is beyond just targeting specific interests in Facebook ad, right? Targeting also has to do with your words, the words that you use, your copy, right? And all those things. So, what are their occupations? What are their preferences? What are their spending habits? What's their lifestyle? Do they like going to clubs? Do they always go for vacations? How do they spend their money, basically? Right? So you can be able to target them. You know the benefit of all these things when we go further in this class. So then you can target based on their location, their age, and gender, and all that. So let's move on. So here I just gave a brief intro to some of the things you can target, right? You can just start. What are some of the luxury brands that they like or they're interested in? Some of the luxury cars or luxury hotels, shopping, etc. that they do business with, so you can target or use those in your messaging, right? So basically, you're focusing on activities associated with wealth and luxury. You're targeting activities associated with wealth and luxury. Okay, so you can also think what are some business interests that they have. You can also target those business interests. Target things like international travelers, luxury vacations. Um, you can target some things like some gadgets like they mostly use Samsung, they mostly use iPhones. And so you start some other premium gadgets that you know that are luxury. What are some gadgets that are luxury? You target it. Okay. Target those interests. Some business publications like Forbes, maybe Business Insider, you can target those interests. So but my aim in this first class is not to just give you, oh, do this, do that. No. Later on, I can still give you some of those swipe files to swipe format. So you can easily implement what I'm teaching now. But my aim is to get you to understand the big picture of how to do real estate marketing. Okay. So let's move on. So some other luxury brand preferences. And again, some of the reasons why I'm using this route because maybe as time goes on, maybe Facebook might change the interface or something. But as long as you understand that, oh, I'm targeting based on luxury brand preferences, just anything associated with wealth, you'll always be able to navigate and get results that you want inside of the Facebook ad or any other ad platform you'll be using. So you can also target some premium hotels and restaurant choices. Target Mercedes Benz, Tesla, Gucci, all those things. So let's move on. So now, most of what you'll be doing at the beginning of your advert, most of the time, will be reaching people at the top of your marketing funnel, right? You're reaching people at the top. What does that mean? It means people that are just missing for the first time, or what we call cold audience. Okay. So you can then retarget those, like I said at the beginning of the class, you can retarget people that have watched a video that you made, right? Just maybe for awareness or for trust building, you can then retarget them with a specific offer. So you're taking them down to the middle of the funnel, and then by the time they reach out to you, and then you guys book a call or however you choose to close, then they have made a sale, right? So that is a complete sales funnel, right? So, or you can maybe put out a lead magnet, or just make it simple, a simple video right from the ad. They watch the video, and your aim was just that they watch the video, and that's all. You can then retarget people that watched the video. Okay, that way you know that, oh, this person have gotten value from you before. So then so that's basically how to move from top of the funnel to middle of the funnel and all that. You deploy a specific ad, and then you retarget those people, you know, to take them to the middle or to the bottom of the funnel. So let's move on. Some of the benefit of audience targeting are basically optimize your marketing spend by building trust at the same time getting them to take action. Okay, and then you are increasing your conversion rates. So that's one of the benefit of targeting properly, so that your cost per conversion. What conversions means your cost per the money you're spending to get them to take the action that you want. Either if it's messaging, they send you a message, or they drop the number on the Facebook lead form, or whatever strategy you're using. You reduce the money you spend on those ads when you're targeting properly. Hope you are following me.
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, great. All right, so on wrapping up, right, we've spoken about audience qualification, audience segmentation, and effective targeting for you to get success, right? So the aim of all I've said so far is for you to generate quality leads, and so that you don't waste your money and you don't waste your time talking to the wrong people, right? So um everything I've spoken about today is for you to enhance your marketing, your real estate marketing, by strategically engaging the right audience. Remember, running Facebook ads is not a magic pill, right? If your content, whether it's in the form of your ads or the form of your organic content, if your content is not speaking to the right people, and you're not saying what you're saying is not something that appeals to them, or is not focused on their problem, it's not focused on the solutions that they're looking for, or is not focused on helping them achieve their own desires and their own hopes, then it's not going to get results. Whether you amplify that content with ads or not, if what you are saying in the ad is not what appeals to them, or is not answering the questions in their mind, is not removing the doubts in their mind, is not showing them that this is a way that they can get their desire, or they can alleviate their pain, it will still not get results. So that's the major lesson. Those are the major lessons I want you to take from today's class. So All right. If you have any question from what you have said so far, just let me know so we can answer them, and then we'll continue in the next class.
All right. I think everything you said here is. I jotted down some things, and they were really clear to me.
Okay,
Um,
great.
I have an idea of some of them. Why some I do it unintentionally, but at least you have brought it back to my knowledge again.
Okay,
So I would
great.
be more intentional with them. For example, the way you categorize the client. Sometimes when you try to talk to everybody, it's like you're talking to nobody.
Sure.
I already know the kind of audience that I I I sell to now. But I'm looking for more like I want to start appealing to wealth protectors and Nigerian in diaspora. Those are like the audience that I want to appeal to more,
Okay, okay.
because wealth protectors, they Nigerians in diaspora, they it's very easy for them to buy luxury property than
Sure.
investors and Nigerians looking for housing. Is harder.
Yeah.
So it, yeah. So I learned some things today. But when are we going to start practical? Is it tomorrow or next month?
To be next tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm still looking at some of these things. Then next tomorrow, we start the practical.
Okay. Should be 3 days, Abby.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So welcome.
But there will be support now after the class.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.